Hey, what is up everyone? Coach Danny and Alex. In this boxing tutorial, I'm going to show you guys a skill work you can use using your legs, pivoting, using your punches as well. So check it out. All right, so the first exercise, Alex is going to get into his boxing stance, and we want to work how we pivot. All right, so we're going to do a little drill where we pivot to our left side. So he's going to step and turn. Notice how we step and turn on a 90-degree angle. All right, so if he's facing in this direction, now once he steps and turns, he's going to be facing you guys. All right, so that's going to be our angle step first. All right, so it's a 90-degree turn for your footwork to get out of there. Sometimes we use this to get out of corners or whatnot. So you want to step with your left foot and then pivot on the back. All right, so now if we want to turn, what we're going to do is practice this with combos. We're going to use a basic jab cross. So Alex is going to throw a left-right punch, and from here step on the side. Boom. And now to come back, he's going to throw the cross hook and now return back into position. All right, this is a great drill. You can set a timer for 3 minutes, and we'll do this for a whole round. All right, so we go 1, 2, step and turn, cross hook, and back into position. 1, 2, step and turn, cross hook, back to position. Again, jab cross, cross hook. And once again, set a timer for yourself. Practice this great footwork drill using your punches. Great thing to warm up, but also to enhance your skill set. Now, the second thing we can also practice is throwing our basic combinations and moving out of the way of punches. Okay, so in this case, we're going to use a jab cross hook. 1, 2, 3, and now I want him to roll underneath the right hand and throw the left hand once again. So imagine this. You throw the 1, 2, 3, pam, 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 roll underneath my right hand, and then the left hook comes back. Okay? So in shadow boxing, you want to be practicing this and visualizing exactly what's happening. All right? So jab, cross, hook, roll, left hook. Jab, cross, hook, roll, left hook. And just like the previous drill, we would set a timer for 3 minutes and practice this continuously, either as a warm-up or sometimes even during the skill set portion of our training. Now, the next portion we're going to talk about is getting to your good stance. All right, so he's going to get his stance, that boxing stance here, and learning to distribute your weight by simply bouncing from the front foot to the back foot. Doesn't need to bounce by taking his feet off the ground, just shifting the weight to the front to the back leg like this. This will develop some rhythm, all right? This is a good boxing rhythm you want to have. That way there when you're sparring, when you're moving around, adding the footwork element as well as your boxing strikes, this will shift your weight from the back into the front, back to the back, back to the front again, all right? So develops a sense of rhythm and timing. So now from this exercise now is the shifting, and I'm just going to say 2 or 3. The 2 is going to be the jab cross, and the 3 is the jab cross hook. All right, so 2. And notice every time he throws his punches, once he hears the signal, he has to make sure that his weight comes back to the lead foot for his jab. All right, so 3. Pam, pam, pam. 2. 3. 2. 3. And this is a great warm-up drill to enhance that rhythm, because a lot of times when we throw our punches, whatever combinations we're using, we stay very blocky, very static. This will develop some sense of rhythm as a starting point to shift your weight. Now the next element is also focus pad training. Of course, into a boxing workout, you want to have some focus mitts training in there. So the first one is a basic 1, 2, 3. So he's going to throw the jab cross hook, and now I want him to roll. See, just enhancing the skill set of not just throwing punches. A lot of times when people train, they're just throwing the boxing offensive techniques, but you want to also make sure you have the element of defensive stuff as well. So jab cross hook and move out of there. Jab cross hook, move out of there. See? Because a lot of times after you've done your power punch or your combination, the opponent's going to be striking back at you. So you want to be able to move your head at all times after you finish your combos. Now, if we add the jab cross hook cross, which is the 1, 2, 3, 2, he might roll on this side. Right? Back to the 3 and the 4. Good. Now, moving along with the workouts, a lot of times what we're going to do is not only work on the skills, but also the cardiovascular and the shoulder endurance workout. All right? So, for example, in your boxing rounds for 3 minutes, there's gonna be short intervals, right? So sometimes you're just sparring with a jab, you're moving around, and then there's gonna be blitzing effects where you throw combinations and then the opponent's gonna strike back at you. So it's gonna be, let's say, like 5 or 10 second blitzes into your rounds where it's all out and then it comes back to normal. So it's almost like interval training. So during our boxing combos, a lot of times what we'll do is throw in some speed punching in there for maybe like 10, 15 second blitzes, all right? So let's say we're throwing the 1, 2, 3, and we add a roll, and then 1, 2, 3, 2, into a roll, then I'll say sprint, and he goes non-stop, as fast as possible. And usually this is gonna be anywhere from 5, 10, or even 15 seconds at a time. Then we go back to our rhythm boxing. So 3, and he rolls, and 4, and he rolls. And then one more set of intervals with sprint punching once again, and then eventually go back to the rhythm boxing. And this, during the 3-minute round, it'll have maybe a set of 3, 4, 5, even 6 intervals, and that really enhances your conditioning. Now, speaking of conditioning, we can also do sets non-stop for the whole round where we're gonna do continuous straight punching. So sometimes you can do it with a training partner on the focus mitts, sometimes you can do it solo in the air, or even on a heavy bag. This particular drill is great on a heavy bag as well, but for demo, we'll do it on the pads. So look, non-stop 1-2s, just like we showed. And this we can do for the whole round. Usually we'll do this at the end of our workouts, the whole 3-minute round, non-stop. We can also switch to uppercuts as well, just non-stop uppercuts here, just rolling the uppercuts upwards. This is great for cardiovascular endurance, but also the long-term endurance, all right? So of course now, Alex was showing pretty fast, but it doesn't need to be that fast. What's important when we do these types of rounds is to keep the same pace throughout, all right? So for example, if you start medium speed, keep medium speed throughout. If you start fast, you gotta maintain the fast and quick punching throughout. And if you wanna go slow, that's fine, but try to keep it up for a whole round of 3 minutes. This is great stuff to work the shoulder endurance required for boxing. All right, guys, so there you have it. Quick tutorial on how to do your boxing workouts, some drills that we like to use into our own training sessions. Hope you guys enjoyed this content. Leave us a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you
in the next video.
Take care.